Good morning, rise and shine. 8/22/23 today. It is now 10:06 in the morning, and I'm here with my guy, Joey G, in the house. What's going on, Joe?
What's up, everybody? I'm glad to be here Tuesday morning. Preseason week 3, NFL on the way, college football week 1 coming. I'm pumped up.
Yeah, man, I wish I could get into college football. I used to, but I'm going to start doing it again as you try to look for that good, solid talent coming into the league. But we're having some interesting things to talk about today, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to start this out with, first of all, how you doing?
Doing great, man. I'm just looking forward to playing more games in the preseason, getting this practice team going. Maybe learning a new thing, learning this new run game, learning how to tackle. My nerves are going, man. Like the real season's already here.
Yeah, man, I'm having problems with tackling, even though if I want to get into my game, I'll get in my game, get it out the way. This way I don't have to talk about it too much. But if I had to get into my game, man, I wasn't gonna say I am struggling with the tackling a little bit. Good thing I was getting some interceptions, but starting out with my game to get it out the way, I did have a good preseason game. And keep in mind, this is preseason we're talking about. 31-7. I don't know, man. I studied the film on the guy from the last game. Just watched everything, kept watching it, and I came up with, kind of figured out his concept and what he was going to do, and it was over before it started. I got a little worried because I threw an interception right away, but it ended up being a good game. How about yourself?
It looks like it, man. I'm seeing 202 rushing yards, which is kind of a new element for you. You're really known for your pass game, but bringing them tailbacks out. Josh Jacobs, what I really like what you're doing is Amir Abdullah, your backup tailback there in Vegas. He's balling. He seems like he's balling for you this preseason. It's good to
Well,
see you integrating your back.
I appreciate it, man. And I just came up with a new scheme. I'm gonna go back to it though. I'm gonna go back to my past game. Hopefully, I don't get wrecked by doing it. I'm definitely gonna get back to. I'm definitely gonna go back to it. It's the passing game is definitely tough. There's some routes I can't do, and especially like the what 10 yards and about out to the flag and stuff like that. Uh, that's definitely my issue right now.
Those out routes. I've only played 3 games so far. One of them was online head to head, and the guy he ran those out routes and slants on me all game long. It seems like the new pass game, you really have to pay attention to the defense and how the defense is going to rotate once you snap the ball, and um, you got to give your receiver a chance. You got to know who's going to be open once that defense rotates to give your receiver a chance.
Now, your practice squad team is who?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Ah, Ravens. So you got a game coming up against. Okay, so we'll break it down like this. Let's just break it down real quick again, guys. So if you look here at this chart, these guys have teams. In the corner, the bottom right corner is our practice squad. That's our practice league team until all the, what do you want to call that? The updates, roster changes, and all that stuff is over. Then we're going to start live. But Joey, you currently own the Chargers. And
I'm excited about them.
yeah. And then you play with Baltimore. So you're going to be playing the Steelers, who has the Buccaneers. Had you done the homework on him?
No, I believe. Well, my preseason game tonight is actually against the Washington Commanders.
Oh, you got the Commanders.
Yeah, and,
So you're playing Geno.
yeah, Big Gino. Last time we played, he beat me. But I was able to do some homework. He actually played the other day. It was around noon or something, and I was able to catch it and check it out.
Yeah, he's a solid player. I'm gonna have him in the division that I'm in right now, we got Ralph, Percy, myself, Gino, and I'm gonna try to make a statement over there. I'm not gonna lay down that easy. But yeah, you have him tonight. He's got a good running game, so I don't know how he's running right now uh, with the Commanders, but that should be a good game for you though.
He should. I mean, if I remember correct, Big Gino, during our franchise in 2023, he was the number one seed in the NFC with the 49ers. So yeah, he's definitely bringing it. When I think of Gino, I always remember the Raiders game he played against. It was the Niners versus the Raiders on Snipes TV, and they were going back and forth, touchdown for touchdown. So he can definitely play some ball.
Yeah. Well, he's as we're doing our practice right now, uh, he's spreading the running game out. Jarrett Peterson, 50 yards. Gibson, 34, 25. Let's see. Any tackle? The one that's getting the most touchdown right now is Jonathan Williams, but that's because we're in preseason and we're playing like a lot of the guys, the backups and stuff like that. But moving forward, one of the other games that we had was the Buffalo Bills and the Steelers. And if we want to look at Buffalo, that is, let's see, who has Buffalo? Buffalo. It's kind of confusing, but we always get it right. Buffalo is Christian, the new user, who actually just he played a good first preseason game, but he ended up losing to the Steelers. Interesting. And that's Kenny, Big Kenny. So Kenny's doing pretty. Got back in his game.
Okay, Kenny, I see you with the win there. Looks like he shut him out in the second half. So that's pretty solid. That's some momentum for him to build on.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny was struggling. Isn't this his first win?
I believe it is. I'm not aware of his preseason last season, but yeah, this is his first win. I believe he was 0-16 last season.
So Kenny
On
getting
17.
that win. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Kenny getting that win, man. That's big for him. Very big.
Yeah, stick with it, Kenny. Man, there's a huge learning curve in this league. What I figured out, I was 2-15 one season myself, so stick in there, buddy.
Well, listen to this one. So he's the Patriots, but he's using the Steelers. 27 attempts by Jaylen Warren. 1 touchdown with Jaylen Warren. It looks like that's going to be his go-to guy starter this season. So big shout out, Kenny. I like that. Glad to hear that that you got your first game in as a Steeler. But I don't think Coach Rev is giving up the Steelers, so don't get too used to him. Next, moving forward, how about the Super Bowl championship winner, our guy Fasico? Should he be bragging?
Should be bragging. The ring looks beautiful next to his name in chat. I'd be proud. He's not the bragging type. Fasico's more of a showing the love, and he actually came to me and said, "Joe, we did it, man. We won." And I thought that was so cool of him. Because in this league, we learn from each other, we build off each other. So we take bits and pieces from other people's game, and the way Fasico showed love, I respect that.
Yeah, it was a good game. Cowboys, who is I believe Seattle. That's our Seattle guy. Ralph.
Ralph, Big Ralph. Yeah.
Wait, I think it's Ralph. It's Ralph.
Ralph is Seattle. Yeah.
Yep. So in that game, wasn't much running, but there definitely was 181 yards passing by Fasico. Yeah, not much running on his part. Wait. My bad. 162 yards rushing. 162 yards rushing.
Kenneth Walker, the rookie out of Michigan State last season, it doesn't look like he played too much. 6 carries for $120. Whoa, that's all he needed. 6 carries for $120. Kenneth Walker, the third.
Tony Pollard, 116 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Not too bad.
That's in- oh, it's not. It's interesting to see what moves are going to happen because right now the Cowboys are in the Jonathan Taylor um, market. So we'll see who can add Jonathan Taylor to the mix. Eagles, Cowboys, I don't know.
We'll have to check into that one. But good job, Fasico, winning that. Now, do you think Fasico has a chance to repeat?
That's a good question. With the new game and the new style, um, I think it opens up the field to a lot more people, but at the same time, our better users in the league, I think they're still going to be great. I think the great will still stay great, but I think it's going to open it up. We're going to see new people in the playoffs. Um, more exciting things to come.
Hey, big, real quick, what's going on, Ahmad? How you doing? Speaking of Ahmad, he played. Ahmad is the now Buffalo Bills for real Rmnfl when we start up the real season,
Oh,
and he took out Noah. Noah,
oh,
yeah, took out Noah. Beat him 20-13. Had to come up with a good defensive drive. I mean, a good defensive stop to keep Noah from winning that game. So definitely a big win on his part. My only question is, how did he do it? That's my only
it's like
question.
he did it with Trevor Seaman, the backup quarterback from Northwestern. He was 9 for 12, 75% passing, touchdowns, no interceptions. The backup came in and played well for him.
Okay, Kawan's checking in too, but Buffalo Bills owner will be Ahmad, and Ahmad would be using the Bengals as the practice squad team. And good job, man. That was a
Yeah,
definite big challenge playing
I
Noah.
learned I learned a lot from Ahmad last season in the run game, and then when I take a look at his rushing from the game he played against Noah, Joe Mixon 4 carries for 91 yards. That's very impressive.
Then the next game moving forward, we had Quarry, who will be playing with the Bengals next for the real season, but is using the Chiefs, taking on a new guy, which is Justin. Justin, I tell you right now, if Coach Rich was not using that team, I would definitely be using the Raiders. So we're waiting to see if Rich slips up. I'm just hanging loose to see if he's not going to take care of his team. Because you know what? As a matter of fact, there is going to be two cuts. This is coming from Julio, aka the bad guy. Um, he's going to be making two cuts. I don't know what his cuts are going to be, but he's going to be floating through. He's going to be floating through the league, finding the weakest guy who we have to chase. Doesn't participate. Because one of the things about this league, man, we got to be on time. Everybody's got to take care of their teams. We should not be doing no babysitting. This is definitely a brand with a plan. If you can agree with me, Joe.
I agree totally. It's definitely the brand with the plan. Um, just you know what you agreed to and what we have to do, posting the final picture, setting up our games. There's all a big plan behind it. So a guy like me, sometimes you have to take a step back, look at the bigger picture. There's always a point to something.
Yeah. So, being in this league, like I'm gonna say it again. I think it was Kareem who has the Eagles in real life and is playing with the Saints, and we'll get to that game. But he said it's a privilege to be in this league, and that's
It
that's the
is.
way we want to keep it. But as we look at the Cardinals user, who's doing way better than I did ever with my Cardinals, uh,
Ooh,
he almost beat Quarry, but he will beat the Packers. So that's going to be interesting having him in that division because, man, I'm gonna tell you something. He got some skills, but he almost beat Quarry, but Quarry ended up winning 52-41. And oh, you know what? There's a funny. I'm gonna see if I could pick it up real quick while you talk about this game. We're gonna talk about James Conner, but if you,
Yeah, hope. I say keep hope there with your Arizona Cardinals because he dropped 41 with them. The surprising thing is he
They'll
was
run
winning that
for
game.
it
He
with
was going to win
Connor.
that game. King Corey with the Chiefs dropped 17 in the fourth quarter to come back and win. So shout out to him as well.
yeah, and I'm gonna show you a play. I'm gonna show you guys a play, and this
Check
is
this
this is
out.
with James Conner. You can't, this is gonna be one funny play here. James Conner. I don't know how he did it. Wish he would do it for me, but it was a solid play. But anyway, he's gonna get the handoff, and all kinds of things are gonna happen. And somebody tell me how you did it because I want to know. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, here we go, right here. All right, there.
They'll run for it with Connor.
Boom, boom, some stiff arm. Oh,
And
Yo,
love it. It's
I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm actually gonna put a replay on this because I want to see exactly how many times he really did this. Right, here we go.
they'll run for it with Connor. And he is
I
in.
love it. It's bringing the
They'll
Barry
run for
Sanders
it with
element of
Connor.
the run game into Madden. I like it.
Yo, that was crazy. Here we go. Ready? We're gonna do that real slow here. We're gonna come here. That's one. That's two. Three. We'll call that four and five because they just missed, and we'll go six and touchdown.
Oh, Madden
Yo,
still has the legends on the game, so I believe you could still go get Barry Sanders. Can you imagine what Barry Sanders is actually doing out here breaking tackles? I think
this.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Let me know which ones. What is he saying? I'm not sure what he's saying. Somebody's asking which ones. But anyway, yeah, it was a good game between these two. Uh,
Still can't make a tackle.
how did he do it? How did he do it, James Conner? He ran for step. Man, he was running with Kyler Murray too. 76 yards by two players, James Conner and Kyler Murray.
Oh,
James Conner and Kyler Murray. How about that one?
that's balling. Also, Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Yeah,
Corey with the Chiefs, 13 carries, 75 yards, touchdowns. We're toting the rock in that game.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But on to the next game. We had the Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers taking on the Giants. Let's see. Who is our Panthers user? That's Mr. Musa.
Musa.
Yo, man, he's surprising me right now, and I'm hoping he continues that because I'm just keeping it real. In that division that he was in, he was usually at the bottom of that division with the Eagles, Giants, himself. Who else is in that division?
You would have Ahmad, Kareem.
Yeah, and oh, the
Um,
Cowboys too. Them two would be in the bottom. So we got rid of
yeah,
yeah, we moved them in different spots, and I put them in the spots because I know this is gonna make them work harder. So now Musa will be playing in your division.
yeah. And that's a matchup because Musa, if you remember, Musa went on like a 5-game winning streak at the end of the season and made the playoffs that one year. And had a good little run himself.
Yeah, so this could be I think this could be the team that he makes some noise, but he definitely did some work with the Panthers.
He had
Uh,
stated Bryce Young was one of the worst quarterbacks he's played with.
and yeah, but there's some guys that like Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess your style will fit with the quarterback you're playing with. Because I've run with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. I didn't do well with him, but when Tyler Huntley came in as my backup, I started balling.
Right. So it's just everybody has a team that fits them, and I think that the Chiefs is gonna fit Musa a lot better than the Commanders. For just I want to see what happens. So what we did is we slid over the Boogeyman, gave him a chance because it's not too often that we make switches. but we made some good switches. And I think Ahmad and Musa will do some work in their divisions. I think Rich is going to be the weak one. I don't
Oh,
think he.
Coach Rich, he brings thunder too.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to bring. I don't think he's going to do it, bro. That's just me. I'm just
There
saying.
he is, Coach Rich.
I'm just saying. But we got some more games coming up. But tonight on Rmnfl Network at 8:30 tonight, we have the Jaguars, which is TJ, and the Lions, which is Julio, taking on each other in this preseason matchup. And yes, guys, we play preseason. We are playing we're playing a season until they do the updates instead of starting out playing with our teams and having to play the guys 4 times. So we swapped, made some random picks. But this game should be big. Who do you have
I'm
for
looking.
it?
I'm taking the Jags with the 7.5. Fellas, make sure you read the post. Check out on the Facebook link. If you win the bet with your 7.5 or negative 7.5, you can pick up a free agent. And I've noticed in the chat right now, make sure you're not picking the same player as someone else. I noticed that there's the same player in there twice. So
Yeah, that's one thing, man. You gotta read. This stuff is meant. This league is about reading. You gotta read stuff. Some guys read stuff so well they tell me, "Hey, you misspelled something." Thank you very much. Most of the times, my gets me. Uh, and for anything
I'll check
else,
this out.
go ahead.
Check this out though. I guess you could pick the same player if you're betting on the different team. You see what I'm saying? If one guy bets Jags and picks the guy, and the other guy picks the same player but picks the Lions, I guess they could do that.
Oh, so, thank you for telling me that because I'm about to do something real quick.
They didn't even think about that till now. So yeah, you can do that if you're picking the opposite team.
Nah, I was gonna do something, but I'm sticking with who I got, which is
Eddie, Eddie,
because I see you got Javon Clowney. If you win, Julio picked who?
Isaiah Rogers, ex-Colts gambling fiend.
Is he suspended?
Yeah, he's suspended the whole year.
Oh boy. So it's a good thing that you're not in the arm NFL because we do what the NFL does. If your guy's suspended in the NFL, you're suspended in arm NFL. So that's why I think I'm gonna struggle because I'm gonna lose Kyler Murray. Our new guy Rel, who I think is gonna do some havoc up in the NFC South. You got Isaiah Rogers. Is that what you're talking about there?
Yep, that's the two. That's the same ones right there. Did they pick the different teams though?
Yep, he got the Lions and he got the Jags. So this is still a good
Yeah,
pick.
yep.
Uh,
He figured it out.
Dustin, he's going for D tackle because he needs one. Kareem,
Oh,
oh look at this guy, left tackle. Now this is all right. That's a good pickup. Who'd he pick? He picked the Jaguars with the points. Wow. So anybody picked the Jaguars, we put a wow behind it, so you'll know nobody could change their stuff. So if anybody ever gets caught changing their stuff, they're automatically removed. Another Jaguars. Ricky needs a whole thing. He needs a quarterback, everything. Well, who did he pick?
Ricky.
Miles Jack, linebacker.
Oh, interesting pick for Ricky because the way Ricky built his team last season is the way I'm doing it this season. I'm going D line, safeties, and receivers.
Yeah, he had a really good defense. And what does Will have? Will has nobody. Will, you out of all people know you need to pick a team, and you didn't pick a team. Everyone that comes from the South ends up leaving. You got that right. Yeah, he's not lying. Everybody that comes from the South into the South. Oh, my bad. Uh, everybody that comes into the South ends up leaving, and he's definitely correct on that.
Yeah, those are tough teams over there. The Panthers. You got a couple of difficult teams to work with over there.
Right. And then these guys have no pictures because they're not paying attention. And this is what we're talking about. You must read. You gotta, if you read something, you gotta post a picture. So Percy and TJ gonna lose out. And then we have Coach Rev. Who's he going for? A linebacker, Alexander, 6'1", uh, a normal, doesn't have any trait. Even though we don't use X factors and stuff like that, it all boils down to your stick game. I picked this dude up, man, Teddy Bridgewater, as one of my backups because I am not a fan of Garoppolo, to be honest with you.
And this is just a practice league because I believe Teddy Bridgewater. I seen him in a preseason game with the Detroit Lions this last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is just a practice league going right now. And speaking on the practice league, Foster, we have the new trade rule in place. Are we
Oh
going to be
yeah.
able to? I think we should let some trades start going down here so we can practice the rule.
So, and it's funny you say that. There's a couple things that's going to be coming up, and so we can start filling out the league and getting everything right. I thought about just advancing to the first week, but then I was like,
Oh,
we can't because we're still trying to wean out the guys that aren't paying attention, that aren't reading, that are causing us to reach out to them. Rmnfl is about. Hold on one second. Rmnfl is about. This is your team. Take care of your team. No one should ever have to chase. Okay. We do have team division captains, which I do want. And we need one more. I need two more. I know who they are. They just haven't reached out to me yet. But yeah, let's talk about the trade rule. So when it comes to the trade rule, it's about we like to keep the teams together. We like to keep that. It's about the money, right?
it is about the money, and that's how you keep your franchise together. We don't want to be negative 20 million come year two and have to cut everybody on your team just to fill some spots.
Yeah. So like you get in these leagues in the first year they're cutting players and then they lose and the next thing you know it's like, yo, where'd that guy go? He quit. And then you end up with guys on your team. And it's hard to fill. So we're gonna go ahead and finish out this preseason so we can get out two weaklings. Julio's gonna make the cut. I don't have no idea. I have nothing to do with it at all. And we want to bring in Levi and AC. AC first, Levi second. So that's why that second cut is gonna be crazy. Um,
All right.
can't take care of your team, man. We gotta move on. And this is not my doing. But he's gonna run it across everybody, make sure that this is what we should be doing. Because we have a lot of good dudes that hit me up in my messenger. I have a lot of messages. I have tons of messages. It doesn't matter how good you are. It matters your personality. Does it fit what we do? Can you take what we say? Can't be soft. Can't have like what? I'm not gonna say what Troy Aikman said. Nope.
Anybody can just show up and play a game.
Yeah. We don't want guys that just play games. We want guys that participate. Like we have guys right now in the stream from the league. I think there's one, two, three reported. It's always good to report that you're in here if you're a team. Don't ever just stand there and look. Report so we know who's reporting. Because this is one of the things. This is our channel, and we I am gonna do this because we're coming up on guys. We're coming up on 5 years of being in the league. If my math is correct, it's coming up on five. Uh, October 10th, 2018, and I'm not giving out T-shirts to guys I know are gonna quit, but we are gonna. I'm definitely gonna get 32 shirts to give out with the celebration of 5 years. So 5 years is a lot, even if you haven't been here. This is how
All
long we've
right.
been up. But let's go back to your trades, man. So
Oh yeah.
I do believe we should start trade talks. This is
Yes.
this is preseason, and I think guys should start doing this so we can practice. But as you know, a rookie cannot make a trade because we don't know if he's going to quit. A pro can't make a trade because he's still working himself in. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. They can't trade big time players. That's what it is. Um, we do have something on that, so it doesn't get confusing.
Yeah,
Just
and
can't.
that's just the rule.
Yeah,
I was a rookie at one time. I wasn't able to make my trade. I finished out my season, and then once the off season comes up, you're eligible for your trade.
yeah. Can't do it. So yeah, everybody can start trade talks, and I definitely want to get a quarterback that I can rely on.
Now,
What's up?
with the trade talks, is Discord? Are we still going to be making trades through the Discord?
So we don't know what the game's gonna do, but let's just see what the game does. Let's do what see what the game does.
All right.
Free agent. Is this Q Dog? Q Dog, man, you was in the league, bro. How you gonna get an invite in the morning and then the next day you didn't even get it? So that's another free agent that I want, and that's three free agents I want in here. I mean, yeah, Levi, AC, and Q. But Q already made a bad example of not getting his invite, which is no good. So we had to move forward, and you lost the team. So yeah, trades. No rookie, no pro, but everybody else. Wait, no rookie or no pro can trade anybody that is a. Yeah, but I gave you the invite early in the morning, bro. He said it's my weekend. We gave you that invite early, man. You was hanging around too. So the rookies could only trade players that are what 78 and under.
Hey, that's still cool.
Yeah, 78 and under. Rookies can make that trade. Well, happy anniversary to you, bro. Sorry that we had to move forward. That's how the cookie runs sometimes.
Teams will open back up. Stick in
Yeah.
there.
And let's see. In case you didn't know, this is Joe, who had an amazing run toward the end of the year. And Joe, I'm going to talk about this one more time on what we're looking for as a league and what's going to keep people in the league because we have a plan and I think we have the guys, we have the solid guys here. We just got to find guys who are just not here to just play games. And these are the things that we're looking for, which is from our captains, we want to review every game to make sure guys are not breaking the rules. We had a couple guys already get suspensions and paid their fine. Uh, let's see. We want a lot of league involvement. The check with me system is don't if you're about to play the game in 5 minutes, don't even send me a message because I don't have enough time. If you got a game, give me at least 30 minutes and let me know, hey, I'm going to play my game in 30 minutes. That's especially if you see me in the chat room. You see me in the chat room, 100% look for me. If I'm not in the chat room, you could send the message. I think everybody should have the games, live so we can see what they're doing. Facebook
Yep.
chat. Yep, go ahead.
Put yourself out there in the chat. You try to get to know one another. The rookie, one of these rookies, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but he was putting himself out there. He was from Virginia Beach or Virginia, and he was telling us about how his hometown and the Little League World Series was playing. So would you put yourself out there, get to know the guys, jump in Discord, talk a little bit with us, get to know each other.
Right, Joe. I want you to just continue talking for a minute. A call just came in, and then we're gonna close this up, okay? But yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
But yeah, we're keeping it real. Tuesday morning, Marion, Coach Marion, Joe G in the house. I don't know how everybody else is feeling, but I'm really looking forward to this college football season. All these college football players, integrating into the NFL. It's always a good time of year. Um, Preseason week 3 is on the arrival. The season's getting ready to kick off. About all I got. We have 2 games tonight, I know for sure. One at 8:30, which is the free agent pickup game. We have a 9:30 game between the Commanders, the Ravens, and then after that, there's 4 games left in week 2 season. We'll see. Advance is Wednesday, Sunday.
Yeah, sorry about that, Joe. But yeah, so anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down. The reason we're gonna shut down because I think we hit everything that we needed to hit. Guys, get your games in. Don't forget, you got 35 hours after we advance. 35 hours to set up your game. There's things that happen if you don't, but make sure that you show up tonight, 8:30. Check out the Jaguars playing the Detroit Lions.
Oh yeah.
Myself be on with someone, which I think is going to be Kawan, Julio, or Joe. We don't know yet. But anyway, this is Joey G here and myself. Joe, what do you got to say before I get out of here?
Hey everybody, Naptown showing love, baby. Show each other some love. Run some games with each other. Learn the new Madden. Some fun.
Yep. So once again, this is the Keeping It Real show with Joey G and myself, Coach Marion, on the Rmnfl network. Great partnership with T-Thrill, our apparel company, who has done some great things for us, and we'll continue. But this is it. We out. It's over. See you tonight, 8:30 sharp. Wait a minute, Joe. We're not done, man. Guess what I forgot?
Uh-oh. I was thinking about it. I just didn't know if you was going to bring it up.
Yeah, well, let's talk about one more thing here. Got everybody on that one. The last thing that we want to talk about is guys complaining about people running up the scores. Here's a game that is definitely set for a suspension. Somebody popped in here. This is what I don't like. Here's a game that somebody is running up the score. We don't dig that. And definitely complained about it. So what we're going to do is he's definitely getting a suspension because you can't beat anybody by 45 points or more. And I guess the last game that the Bears had, he complained, and here we're back at it. So big shout outs. That fine will be coming, and suspension will be dropped out, and that's going to be a suspension that we're going to hit up for week 1 of the regular season. How's that sound?
Yeah. Hey, sometimes it can be difficult with the user you're playing against, but 45 points is a lot. You know it's coming. Run the ball, run some clock, chew the clock. What you got to do.
Yep. So now we're going to go ahead and really kill it, Joe. That's the end of the show. Me and Joe's out. Keeping it weird with Joe and myself. Peace out. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
And don't forget, we got that college stuff coming up.
Oh yeah, Saturday, baby, 2:30, Notre Dame versus Navy in Dublin, Ireland. I'm ready.
All right. Peace, y'all.